Two, one. What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Woke as Fuck. I have an amazing woman to introduce to you guys today. If you have been following my journey for a while, you've probably heard of her before. Shannon Nicole of The Daily Vibe, correct?
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Shannon is amazing. I've been following her journey for a couple of years now. I'd probably say at least 3 years, but it could be longer than that. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up and let Shannon introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here today. My name is Shannon Nicole, and I am a Reiki master teacher and sound healer. And I'm very excited to be here today. I can't wait to chat with you all and uncover some really good stuff today.
Yeah, it almost feels like I can just feel my guides and my higher self just like, get on with it, Maxi boy. But I'm just like, okay, let's ease our way into this.
Oh, yeah.
I can really feel
Absolutely.
some transformation on the horizon. But just real quick, just to let our just let our listeners know what you're kind of going through. We were talking a little bit about subconscious programming and that internal stuff, but how about you just share real quick what you're going through in your own world so we can really hear and feel your energy?
Okay, wonderful. So I started to notice at the tail end of 2017, it began, or maybe that's when I just became aware of it. But I started to work diligently on my own ascension and up leveling and get really serious about where I wanted to take my life and my career and everything. And so what I noticed is that when I really got busy and serious, I actually made some really good progress really fast. And I can up level and raise my vibration and start to change my reality pretty quickly when I focus my attention on it.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I found that I also do is that once I up level, I subconsciously create some sort of event that tends to knock me back down or distract me to the point where I can no longer focus on this, higher level that I've achieved. So it started with started with my boyfriend. Actually, his job situation changed, and then when he became very stressed out, I started to focus on that, and I took my focus away from what I was working on to help, just help him. And to when people around me aren't doing well, it really affects me being an empath. So, if I don't stay focused, I can kind of let that take me over and affect me. So that's what happened first. Then, we pulled out of that and got everything back on the right path. And then I started to work my way up again. And then I was in a car accident. And after that, I just really got taken down a few levels, so to speak. I got knocked off the path. And so I spent the next few months, working on my healing and getting very clear about where I wanted to go with my life and my career and everything like that. And when I was feeling better, I got really busy. And again, it's like something always kind of happens out of nowhere, something big, and, something that really distracts me from my work and from my path. So then I started to notice, and I said, well, what if I'm subconsciously creating this, right? What if I'm saying that I want this next level of success, and I want this, my business to expand, and I want my life to change and create my reality in a different way. And then as soon as I get all of that, boom, I subconsciously create some sort of event that kind of takes it away from me or knocks me back down. So that's where I'm at right now, is just taking a look at it. I've been sitting with it. So I have awareness to it. Now I need to figure out why I'm doing it and how to transcend it. So that's what I've been working on within my own self. But I'm really excited and grateful to have you help me uncover this, because it's always really nice to have an outside perspective to take a look and help you out.
Yeah, beautiful. I love how clear, like I said before, you are, and like the level of awareness on where you are and what's holding you back. And not many people are tapped into that. So it really feels like you are seeing a lot of success, like you said, but it's like all these distractions and these maybe feelings of self-sabotage are really blocking you from feeling that success in your business and expanding even more and up leveling. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so happy to support you in this today. This is all about integration, and I would love to help support you with, finding those emotional boundaries, but also getting in touch with your feelings and your emotions that may have, you know, contributed to these feelings and events that, you've
Okay.
manifested. Yeah. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and take a couple deep breaths and
Okay,
feel
great.
into your heart. And you're a big advocate for the heart math, so I know you know about gratitude and focusing
Absolutely.
on what you're grateful for. So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Just tell me a couple things that you're feeling grateful for.
Well, I'm feeling grateful for all of the love that I have within my family. Just coming back from a vacation, I got to experience being with them, and that was a beautiful thing. So I feel very lucky and very blessed about the family and the relationships that I have in my life. I'm feeling very grateful for my path, my purpose, being a healer and being a spiritual life coach is something that I'm very passionate about, and I feel very lucky and grateful that I get to do that. So I've been actually focusing on that for the last week, how grateful I am to just have a wonderful life that I've created.
Beautiful. I love that. And let's just say for fun, let's take your vision of your life and your business and your expansion 1 year into the future. What if you could just like wave your magic wand, all your problems went away? What would your life look like?
Okay. Let's see, 1 year into the future. I see my blog reaching the masses. I would really love to be able to teach about energy and energy healing on a larger scale. So 1 year from now, I see thousands of people reading my blog, The Daily Vibe, to learn how to empower themselves and to create their lives through working with their own energy.
Beautiful. And when it comes to your own personal life, emotionally, how are you feeling? Where are you going? Are you traveling? How are you taking time for yourself?
Let's see, 1 year from now, definitely traveling. I love to be by the beach. It's very calming for me and grounding. So I see myself hosting retreats in beautiful places and helping others heal.
Sounds so fun. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So the thing about subconscious programming, it's really funny because there's a part of all of us that holds on to, programming and beliefs. And when we're trying to up-level our life, they can literally stop us in our tracks, as you can see. And, that's not something I have to explain to you any further, but I'd really like you to go within now, take a couple deep breaths if you need to, and ask this part of yourself that's feeling, like this self-sabotage, feeling like that perpetual pattern of self-destructive behaviors maybe. Ask it this part if it would be willing to communicate with you in your conscious mind. And you can respond to me either out loud. Oh yeah, please out loud.
Okay. And just taking a moment to breathe into my heart and center myself so that I can ask this part of me.
Beautiful.
Okay, so my higher self says yes, that this part of me that's creating self-sabotage is willing to release and transcend.
Beautiful. So it's important that we open up a dialogue with this part of yourself. So thank you for establishing that. So I'd like you to ask yourself, ask that part of yourself, give it a voice. What are your fears? And just let it flow.
Okay. I feel like I have deep internal fears of not being good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a fear of success, that I'm not capable to handle that magnitude of success that I'm saying I want.
Yeah. Anything else?
Hmm. Fear of judgment. Fear of judgment and rejection are coming up.
Mm-hmm. And thank this part of yourself.
Okay, thank you for showing me.
Yeah. And now tuning into your body, asking your body and your mind and your spirit as a collective to give you any signs or feelings. Where do you feel this fear of success, fear of judgment, this fear of lack of worth or not being enough? Where do these feelings reside in your body or in your energy field?
So my hands are coming up towards my third eye. So I might have like some stored energy there, or some sort of a block, the front and back of my third eye.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also feeling some like tense muscles in my shoulders. I do tend to carry stress and tension in my upper shoulders and neck, and then solar plexus.
May I offer some suggestions or just what I'm picking up on?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it really feels like on your shoulders you're feeling this I like to call it like the weight of the world on your shoulders. Like you have so much to do, so much responsibility, and it just feels like that tension is residing in your upper shoulders and neck. Does that resonate with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when I tune into the energy of your third eye, I immediately got the feeling of like almost not wanting to, see yourself as wildly successful or see yourself as like a millionaire or like this person that just has that living their best life to the fullest. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's like a part of you that thinks that maybe, if I get this, then I'm going to do something and it's all going to, be taken away from me.
Oh
Which,
my goodness. Can I touch on that for a second?
yeah, please.
Okay, it's interesting that you say that, because I moved around a lot as a child, a lot. Like I changed schools sometimes more than once in the middle of a year. I tried to count one time, and I think I counted like 13 or 14 schools just from kindergarten to 12th grade after I graduated high school. So basically almost every year I moved, and I was changing schools, and I was becoming the new girl at a new school. And I dealt with a lot of rejection, trying to be accepted in as the new girl to these, crews and kids that had already built friendships. And so eventually what happened, Maximilian, is that I shut down, because I started to feel like there's not really any point in being open to allowing people to get close to me, because they were just going to be taken away eventually, right? So
Yeah.
like, it makes sense that maybe I'm shutting myself off to this because I don't want it to get taken away from me. That makes
Yeah.
complete sense.
Yes. Yes. And just speaking more onto that, I'd like to go back to that, but I can almost feel like it's connected to your solar plexus and connected to this feeling of unworthiness, because, how can you feel worthy if you can't see yourself as achieving these amazing things or feeling like at the same time that it's going to be taken away from you? So yeah, I can really see the correlation there, and just tuning into the energy and Tuning into that part of yourself that believes there's no point in being open, and really just shutting yourself down and feeling that rejection. I'd like you to take some more deep breaths and ask this part of yourself, what do you need? Give it a voice. What do you need from me?
Okay. What is it that you need from me to be able to stay open and receptive and allowing? Because I'm hearing confidence coming through, acceptance, compassion. I heard energy. I hear a lot. That's how I receive my guidance, is I can hear. It's clairaudience. And so I'm just basically just relaying the messages to you, whatever it is that I'm hearing.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your higher self, and this is your your abundant frequency trying to communicate to you the exact tones, the exact energies, the exact frequencies that it's important that you start to embody in your everyday life, that's going to allow you to stay open and receptive and allowing, and to develop that confidence and that acceptance. I think that's beautiful. So just go ahead and take those feelings and just really feel them in your body. Feel these feelings bubbling up from deep within your heart. Feeling compassion for yourself, like going back to that little girl in elementary school and who moved around a lot and had everything taken away from her. Just get in touch with her. Tell her it's okay. You're seen. I hear you. I feel you. Whatever feels good to you. Give yourself that time now.
Okay. I can almost feel my energy like shifting. It feels like it's kind of moving inward, like maybe contracting and then shrinking down, almost as if like I'm going into my inner child.
Mm-hmm.
Caring, that's another feeling that came up. My inner child is feeling like she needs caring.
Mm-hmm.
And attention.
Yeah.
Wow. I keep seeing this vision of myself when I was, let's see, I don't know exactly how old I am, but I can see what I'm wearing. I think I'm probably like 6 or 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm. And so you can see yourself as a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I'd like you to ask this part of yourself, what are the dysfunctional beliefs that you hold within yourself that you're ready to let go and release today? And just telling me exactly what those beliefs are.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I want to make sure I can talk. I don't want to cry. She told me that she doesn't feel important, like overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Like my needs don't matter.
Mm-hmm. And if you could embrace this part of yourself, this inner child, maybe with a hug or a kiss on the forehead, letting her know that she is important. Her needs do matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like you to just pretend you have a notebook and you're going to sit down with this little girl and yourself, and you're going to say, listen up, we're coming up with new beliefs today, right here, right now. So take out your magic pen. It can be
Okay.
it can be glitter if you want.
Glitter.
I know, I know you. And just, what are the empowering beliefs that we're going to set as our new vibrational frequency baseline? What are these new beliefs that are going to allow you to be open and receptive and allowing and confident? Just go ahead and start writing some beliefs down and tell me what you write down.
This is interesting because when I was on my vacation, I actually had some time to think and be by myself out in nature. And a lot of that was coming up, that I think I haven't allowed myself to take care of myself because I put everyone else's needs before my own. Mm-hmm. But like, I realized this past week that like, it's okay to draw a boundary and say no, and honor my own self, like, and give myself what I need, right? Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that this is coming up. I didn't know that this was my inner child that was speaking to me. Maybe that's where it started, you know, as a kid when I was moving around. I don't think that my parents were thinking about me and how that was affecting me and what I needed as a child. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's kind of carrying on into my adult life, where it's like, I'm not listening to myself and what I want and what I need. And I'm just trying to make everyone else happy, or more worried about their needs than I am mine. So today I want to set a new belief that my needs are important. Mm-hmm. And they matter, and that it's okay for me to want the things that I want and to work for the things that I want and achieve the things that I want. And it's okay to set down everyone else's stuff, I guess, and just focus on myself.
Mm-hmm. I invite you to repeat after me. It's okay to have boundaries.
It's okay to have boundaries.
It is okay to say no.
It is okay to say no.
It is okay to honor myself.
It is okay to honor myself.
I'm just really feeling that. Now, is there anything else that your inner little girl, what was a nickname that you had as a little girl?
I didn't really have one because my name doesn't really shorten, you know, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, just tell little Shannon, or ask her rather, if there's anything else that she would like you to know or be aware of, or any action steps that you can take moving forward.
Okay. Is there anything you need to know or want me to be aware of, or any action steps that I need to take? I'm hearing her say that I'm stronger and more capable than I've been led to believe.
Damn straight you are.
Mm-hmm. Grounding. She's saying grounding for focus. Time alone. It's when I do my best work. Mm-hmm. Let's see. How can I take action? I'm just releasing. I'm being shown that I've been carrying a lot of other people's energy. Like I've taken it on to take that burden off of them. But what I've been carrying is heavy. So I have to set that down and release it. I'm being shown, okay, so a lot of these feelings and like, I don't know, it's just information coming into my awareness, I guess you could say, showing that I don't like when people aren't feeling good or when they're stressed. And so I take that on for them so that they can be happy.
Wow.
I'm trying to fix it all. And, you know, I know I've always done that since I was a child. I was a middle child, and I was always more of like the peacemaker. And, you know, it affects me when those around me aren't happy. So I'm just being shown that when I focus on trying to fix other people, I end up like hurting myself more. And so, you know, setting that down, not putting my energy into that, and just allowing myself to work on me and be me.
So important. Well, go ahead and thank this part of yourself for this clear communication that you got. Just focusing back in your heart now, and just one last time getting in touch with that feeling of openness and receptiveness. Feeling yourself in the future. Your blog is thriving. You're teaching energy healing on a larger scale. Thousands of people are being empowered by you and your light. You're traveling, you're on the beach, living your best life with your boo. You're hosting retreats and empowering others. Just really feel that in, and you're taking that time for yourself. You have those boundaries. Your needs are important. They matter. You're grounded and you're focused. Just feel that now. And now command with your power, with your focus, with your intention, that you breathe in these energies and you allow them to come into your current reality.
Okay.
And just finally doing whatever you need to do to ground this energy.
Okay, so another thing that I was shown is like it kind of has a connection where it's like as soon as I start working on me, as soon as I draw that boundary and start focusing on me, then other people, like, you know, not necessarily act up, but something will happen with other people where it takes my attention back to them. And then the same thing happening in my life, like on a larger scale, like it'll be a catastrophic event, right? Like something big happens that kind of takes my attention away. So what I'm being shown is just to like keep focusing on myself. I think recentering, when things outside of me take my attention away, to be able to recenter and refocus on what I'm working on in my path and what's right for me, despite what's going on outside of me.
Yeah, I'm just feeling inspired to share. My guides were showing me the other day that when we're not grounded in our reality, when we're not grounded in our own energy and in our current situation, our root chakra is not grounded into the earth. We're in this constant fight or flight mode. So I can see how it'd be easy for, you know, the emotional tribulation of others or life events to kind of throw you off your balance. And then you feel so consumed by that. It's like, I really feel like getting focused on your own energy and staying grounded is going to be your highest source of inspiration and abundance and alignment. And that's really going to like take you to like unforeseeable heights that you're like only just beginning to imagine. How does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it definitely feels like truth. And I also have been working more diligently on my own grounding because, and I was shown, I know you and I, we get a lot of the same downloads. I was shown over the last few weeks that grounding our energy daily is so important for, you know, just the way that we function and operate. And so I spent that whole week of my vacation connecting to the earth and just being in tune with the earth and my own energy. And honestly, it really does make such a difference in the way that I operate, you know, for the rest of the day. So I feel like this is a really big thing for me, because I would work on my own grounding, but it wasn't, I feel like it's not that I didn't take it seriously. It's that I wasn't putting myself as number one. You know, same thing we've been talking about. It's like I would ground myself, but it's kind of like I did myself really quickly, like, okay, cleanse your energy, ground, you know, release, just do it real quick so that you can get to everyone else. And like, now I see that I don't need to rush through that like I am number one. I have to, you know, get myself into a good place before I start focusing on helping others, because it's important, you know. So I've definitely incorporated my own grounding and my own energy healing daily now. And that's the first thing that I'm doing when I wake up in the morning, is getting out there and grounding and connecting to the earth. And it's been making a big difference. So I'm excited to see moving forward how much that helps me.
Yeah, you know, I love that, because I told you, like, when we got on the call, when I first saw you, I was like, this girl, you're like so clear, and like, so like your energy was so noticeably and palpably different. It was like almost talking to a completely different person.
Yeah.
And it was just funny that I got this really funny image visual that you said, you know, taking care of others, and you were doing it real quick. I don't know why I got this visual, but it's like almost like if you had a job where you gave people like really intensive, like head to toe cleanings, like you shower them down. But in the morning, you're only taking time for like 5 to 10 minutes for yourself. It's like you rushed your own process and got yourself cleaned up like just enough, but then you're going and doing this like super intensive cleaning for other people. You know, you can see where that imbalance can, you know, show up. So
right. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was doing. Exactly. Because I felt like my work is so important and everyone else needs me, that it was like I was just focusing on that, you know, and I did take care of myself, but not as diligently and not as thoroughly as I should have been. And so now I see that does not help anyone. You know, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help me. I'm able to serve from a better place when I start with myself and go from there.
Amen. I love that. I love that. See, I knew this was going to be a little bit different session, because you got a little bit of both, like a little bit of take action, here's what to do next, and a little bit of, hey, like sit down and take care of yourself. So I love that. Thanks for changing it up. Awesome. Well, that was a process, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. If you're still here with us, Shannon, is there anything else that you would like to share before we head to our little post talk?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to do this with me. I really love everything that we do. Whenever we connect and work together, it's always a beautiful thing. So I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's so fun. My pleasure.
Yeah. And I would just say, you know, choose the vibes that you want to radiate into the world consciously every day when you wake up. That's what I've been focusing on, is just, you know, thinking about what kind of energy do I want to contribute to the collective. And I just will pick a couple, you know, maybe kindness and maybe gratitude, and then I work on that daily to radiate those vibrations out to the planet, out to the collective, so that I'm doing my part to contribute, you know. And so I just think reminding everyone the vibrations that we're radiating on a day-to-day basis are affecting the planet. So just like all of you to think about that, and then invite you to consciously choose to radiate good vibes.
I love it. I love it. And I think it's so funny that it's clear that both of us have been listening to Abraham Hicks.
Oh my gosh, yes. You know, what's funny is that Abraham Hicks took me a while. Like, for years ago, it's like I couldn't completely grasp what they were teaching. I grasped a lot of it, but not like really, really grasping it. And then more recently, as I'm revisiting them, it's just like, wow, I'm getting all of these downloads, you know. And so, yeah, I'm enjoying Abraham Hicks a lot more lately.
Of course, we'd be going through the same thing because that's literally word for word the exact thing that happened to me. You know, I knew about her. I've been like aware of her for like years, but then something about these past like, you know, maybe a month or two, it's just like every day I'm like just reminding, like you're saying, like back to the basics. It's like set your intentions, be aware of your energy. Your emotions are important, and it's like okay, like it's not actually
Right.
not that hard. It's like it's
Right.
really basic, but anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
Yep. We get going and then we forget, you know, but yeah, so getting back to the basics is super important.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode. If you're feeling like you need support in expanding your soulful business, if you're looking for, you know, some support in getting in touch with your subconscious programming, healing your energetic blocks to abundance, and stepping into your next level of leadership, definitely reach out to me. Go to my website, fill out an application. I would love to support you. And yeah, thank you so much, Shannon, for being here today. And
Thank
with
you.
that being said, aloha.
Aloha.